Every qualitative researcher would have her own definition of what ethnography is, and yet they would all agree that organizational ethnography can be described as a particular type of a study of culture, including its written representation, which is concerned with organizations and their processes of organizing. Ethnography originates from joining the two words ethnos, which is Greek for cultural group, and graph, meaning writing. John van Maanen described ethnography as tales of the field. Ethnography in general is devoted to describing ways of life of humankind. Organizational ethnography is a social scientific description of a group of people interacting together for a period of time within organizations, whether formal or informal. Patten notes that this type of qualitative study is built on the assumption that such interaction eventually brings about a collection of behavioral patterns and beliefs that constitute standards for deciding what is, what can be, how one feels about it, what to do about it, and how to go about doing it. Documenting and making sense of these standards is a task of organizational ethnography. In terms of the process, organizational ethnography relies on participant observation. This means intensive fieldwork in which the investigator is immersed in the culture under study. This methodology can be traced back to the influential Hawthorne electric plant study that began in 1927. Hawthorne's study had established the basis of ethnography as qualitative, inductive, exploratory, and longitudinal engagement with the field. Since then, different domains have embraced ethnography, such as business ethnography, educational ethnography, medical ethnography. For example, in 2016-17, Corman completed more than 200 hours of observation to see how paramedics work in and on their ambulances. Corpusson and Motius demonstrated 4 bodily practices: fitness, intimidation, cleanliness, and toughness that construct police officers' selves, and Schonbrunn documented work life of anonymous work bloggers. Multitude of references indicate that organizational ethnography is a well-established research methodology. Over the years, the toolkit of ethnographers has enriched. Now it includes not only direct observation, but also diary studies, interviews, video recordings, photography, and artifact analysis. For instance, documenting and describing the devices participants use during the course of the day. The main idea is to engage in fieldwork with an aim to create a rich description that would then enable a researcher to bring convincing evidence for their statements of causality. To sum up, what makes the organizational ethnography distinct is the method of interpreting and applying the observation-based findings from a cultural perspective.